Hey there guys, what is going on? Galeriot here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And today's video is going to be in relation to yesterday's upload. Now, if you guys watched yesterday's video, I spoke about how to clear a shop, what you should be doing effectively to make the right purchases if you're a new player or you're a casual player. Today's video is going to be in relation to that. In yesterday's video, I mentioned that I would have a trick for you guys to be able to clear your shops faster and without any stress of you guys having to click a button again and again and again, and therefore getting exhausted and tired of doing the same thing. This method that I'm going to be showing you guys today is applicable to also events like heroic trials and stuff like that. On top of that, it can also be done on BlueStacks or any emulator that you may be using for the game. So keep note of that. It's very easy. A lot of other games do this. You can use it on Danmachi as well. I have not had any issues using this. I've not heard of anybody else having any issues using this. So obviously you can use it, but be wary that there is a risk nonetheless. You know how terms and services can be. Some players might be susceptible to an issue or another because of, using it again and again and again, and the inputs are too quick. But obviously I will show you guys the best way to do it in my personal opinion. So what do I mean by being able to do this much more easily? Well, let's go and do boss 118 on the latest recollections of the wind event. And obviously because you're trying to farm that currency on the bottom left, you guys saw that the event items and the gacha currency, you want to repeat the stage as much as possible, right? You want to keep doing the stage again and again and again. And it's the same thing with heroic trials as well. If you go into heroic trials, you need to collect 600 of the event currency to be able to exchange for a medal that you can use to then exchange for a dupe of your choice. So look at this. I need to click play again to be able to do the stage again, and it's going to happen again and again and again. Of course, you can use quest skips as well to be able to, get a lot of event currency in one shot. But another thing to note with Danmachi, and this is an issue that I have with the game in my personal opinion, is that the currency they give for the event skips, basically, or the quest skips, is far too few. It doesn't give you enough. I feel personally you should be getting way more than 5 per day. Right now, if you look at the event, the skip tickets that you're getting right from the event shop, you get 5 daily ones, which is the blue ones, and then the orange/yellow ones, they are not given out until a login bonus happens or something like that. So in all honesty, you basically get just 5 skips per day, which is not enough in the slightest. It is not good enough. In my opinion, Danmachi needs to do more so that we stop resorting to methods like what I'm going to be mentioning today. Today, what I'm going to be talking about and the way we're going to do it is I'm going to be showing you the way of the auto clicker. Now, a lot of players use an auto clicker, or they use a sort of macro basically in order to basically make sure that you can effectively do the modes again and again and again without having you to touch the phone whatsoever. So I'm going to enable single target mode. That's all we will need right now. We will go back into Danmachi. Of course, I need to just reset it again. There we go. And this is how it works. So basically we click go, you go into the event, right? You go into the event once again, and this is how you set it up basically. You want to get this going in this manner basically. So you do the event, you clear the boss fight, and Bob's your uncle. All right, this is the stage that's very easy, and you should probably do it on a stage you are comfortable with repeating, right? In my opinion, that's the most important thing. So if I move my head over here, well, actually it doesn't show it, but on the left hand side you will effectively see some icons. Let me see if I can drag it over here. Yes, there we go. I'm gonna drag it over here for now because it's off my screen right now for some reason. It's on the black bar side. So you can see these 3 buttons are there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my auto clicker button right here. So this is the button that will keep repeating it basically. So it'll act as if I'm touching that part of the screen again and again. And it doesn't interfere with anything else at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into settings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the interval time to around let's say 2000 milliseconds. So every 20 seconds. Actually, no, I'm going to change it to 1000 milliseconds so that it makes it so that it'll only click every 10 seconds basically. And that's fine because that's the duration between each run effectively. 10 seconds is about right. So if we were to click it right now, I would play again. and it's just going to literally keep doing that for right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think it should be like a 10-second gap between the two. I might have to adjust it. You might want to increase it, and that way the game will basically act as if you're you're not doing anything out of the ordinary or anything of that sort. So look at that, perfect timing. So it's automatically doing it. I'm gonna move this guy over here again now, so that there's no stress whatsoever, and we can just do that. So I'm gonna do that and keep it like this. When you want to stop, of course, you can just click the pause button, or you can disable it by going into that app again. Obviously, the app that I've downloaded for this particular thing is called Auto Clicker. It's available on the Play Store, I should say. I'm not sure if there's an Apple variant as well, so bear that in mind. But if you are on an emulator, they already have inbuilt macros that you can easily use to be able to do this sort of stuff. So that's something to keep in mind. It's very, very easy. It's very easy to understand and how to use it. In all honesty, it's not difficult whatsoever. And I think a lot of players can use this to be able to just repeat stages. In yesterday's video, I mentioned how difficult it can be to clear, the shops or reach round 15 in the gacha shop. Because the one thing to note, right, is if you go over to the gacha side of things for the event, right? For example, you want to get to round 15 to get all the guaranteed tickets. I'm only on round 1 right now, but I'm obviously going to be farming a lot more. I'm going to be getting a lot more of these tickets. And then once you get to round 15, you can basically, after that point, there is no gacha ticket. So you can kind of stop there, but you want to get to round 15. And if you get to round 15, you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to clear the event shop as well. So this is a very, very nifty trick to use and utilize for this sort of a stage and this sort of a game mode. You can also use it in Heroic Trials. Heroic Trials is another place where players, want to rinse and repeat the stage, because if you go into here, you need 600 of these medals/necklaces to be able to exchange for the Jade Light, which you can then exchange for one of these 3 bonds. Of course, I will make a video about the Heroic Trials at a later date, because I want to talk about these. I know it finishes on the 12th, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, the event finishes on the 12th. I'll be making a video in the next day or 2 regarding that. But effectively, that's what you want to do. You can also use it for Falna stages, Exilia stages, crafting quests, Valis quests, anything you want to just repeat stages for. That is how you do it. Now, if you're running out of stamina, or if you run out of stamina and you want to restore stamina, you will have to do that manually. Of course, it is a little bit annoying in that regards, but if you're looking at your phone every so often, while it's doing its auto thing, you should be more than fine. Right now, I have nearly 4,000 stamina, so it'll probably go on for like nearly half an hour to an hour. To be quite honest, it happens really, really quickly. And you can adjust the timer as well, by the way. You can adjust the timer. You can set a condition that, okay, I want to set it up for half an hour only. Let it just run for half an hour. You can set it for a number of cycles, so it'll only click 10 times or something like that. You can set up an anti-detection as well. So there are ways to basically avoid, running your account into any sort of risk. Now, like I've said, I don't think there is any risk. A lot of players do this with not just Danmachi, any other gacha game as well. If you look at any other gacha game, this is a very, very common theme, and it's a common occurrence. A lot of players use these sort of things, and in all honesty, not everybody has the time to be able to clear out an event shop. So it's understandable why players use these sort of tactics in order to just clear an event shop, and I highly recommend you do it as well. Another factor that actually comes in handy when you're doing these stages again and again is that when you're clearing stages, you get CP levels and CP EXP effectively. So what you can do is you can set up a team full of units that you want to level up in terms of their CP, and they will get a huge amount of CP. Like if you look at my Haruhime, right? If I go over to my CP list right now, like my character list, and go to Haruhime, she is literally this high because of the fact that I've been using her again and again and again on stages. Same with Ice, same with Hestia, same with Apollo and Lafia. So bear that in mind. But that's about it for this video. It's a very short video, but it's a very good example of how you can use an auto clicker or macro to be able to get some really good runs in and some really, really good ways to effectively clear out an event shop. There you guys have it. If you guys have any questions regarding the way to set it up and whether you can download it for Apple or anything, put it in the comment section down below. I would love to see if you can download it for Apple or something like that. I might leave links to, you know, the Apple version in the description if somebody has one. I will try and leave the auto clicker that I use in the description below, so be sure to check it out. And once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below whether you guys want to use this or not. Do you guys think it's ethical or anything of that sort? I personally don't think it's something people should care about, to be quite honest. Not everybody has the time in the world, and these things are basically just small aids for players to effectively catch up. That's my personal take on it, but you guys can let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, everybody.